Initially, I got real far away. We did the Kilimanjaro thing, as you guys know, and I got as far away as I could because I really needed to, and I wanted to do some things that I had not done in the fall. And then, of course, I was very close to Auburn University football because of my younger son. And then, I did some stuff at the league office level. And as things started to wind down in December, that burning desire to get back was there, and I'm just very, very fortunate that the Rams have given me this opportunity.
Well, welcome back. You belong in the NFL. We all know that, and I know it won't be long before the Rams are back scrapping where they should be. Nice visiting with you again.
Likewise, Boomer.
All right, Jeff Fisher, took the Titans to a Super Bowl, 1 yard shy of an overtime. Certainly Tennessee was always not always, but very often defensively and tough and in it, and of course was gifted to have Steve McNair and some real wonderful plays. Eddie George up here. And so now he gets to go to work again with the St. Louis Rams, and I know you think he'll do just fine.
I think he will, and it's great to have him back in the NFL.
Yep. He belongs.
Players love playing for him, I know that.
He belongs, that's for sure. Remember the Bears Super Bowl shuffles have been that long ago? Plus 25 years. Russell Wilson, when we come back, he heard all of us, and he says, yuck, yuck, yuck. We'll talk to him.
Every communications provider is different, but CenturyLink is committed to being a different kind of communications company.
Do what you want when you want to. We all have time with a different kind of connection.
We link people in Fortune 500 companies nationwide and around the world, and we will continue to free you to do more and focus on what matters.
Yeah, link up and go now. Link up and go now.
So listen up. Ford F-150 was just named Motor Trend's 2012 Truck of the Year. Know why? Well, here's your lesson of the day, pal. It's all in the name, Motor Trend. See, the Ford F-150 is the only truck out there with EcoBoost, which is a powerful motor that also delivers on the trend of excellent gas mileage. Got it? It's Truck of the Year 101, baby. Class dismissed. This is the future. This is the Ford F-150.
¿Te quieres casar conmigo?
Will you marry me? Before saying those words, there's one word every man should know.
Leo.
Leo. Leo. The Leo Diamond at Kay Jewelers. A fire, sparkle, and brilliance so intense it is the first diamond ever certified to be visibly brighter. One more reason Kay is the #1 jewelry store in America.
Tangan. Sí. Yes. Every kiss begins with K.
Buzz, 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 buzz. Typical alarm clock. I am so glad to get rid of it. Just to be able to wake up in the morning on your own, that's a big accomplishment to me. I don't know how much money I need, but I know that whatever I have, that's what I'm going to live within.
I know it's early, but LA is looking pretty good.
They're hot.
They're hotter than hot. They're on fire. It's too bad we got them when they're hot.
Yeah, let's see how hot they are down the stretch.
There's hot, then there's hot, and these guys are hot.
Los Ángeles están muy calientes.
Our arms are hot. Our bats are hot. The streets are hot. LA's hot.
All this talk, blah, blah, blah. It's a little too soon for me to get all hot and bothered about that.
That's gross.
To hear every story from every angle, go to ESPNradio.com.
Welcome back to the 2012 NFL Draft, presented by Bud Light.
Welcome back to New York. We're in the middle of the third round of the draft, so we have Brandon Brooks to Houston, Demario Davis to the Jets, Eggler to Miami, the tight end, Pardon the safety to the Chicago Bears, and Jamel Fleming a short while ago, corner, goes to Arizona. Samel Demario Davis.
Well, you talk to people in the league, they say, hey, had this kid played at one of the major conferences, the SEC, the Big Ten, Pac-12, he may have been a first-round possibility. This year, I thought the more impactful plays came from Demario Davis. Talking about more sacks, more tackles for loss. You see the big hits there as well. 70 total tackles on the year for a kid 6'2", 235 pounds, around a 4.53 at the combine. Had more sacks this season as well. 38.5 vertical, very athletic linebacker coming out of Arkansas State for the New York Jets. Versatile as well. In this league, you got to be able to attack. You got to be able to cover. He can do that. Very good range. Had an interception at Arkansas State each of the last 3 years. Talking about a kid who did a good job overall for this football team, was clearly their best defensive player, clearly a man among boys at times in games at that level. And the bottom line is you're getting a guy, had he played, like I say, in the Big Ten or the SEC, had he gone a lot higher than the middle of the third round.
Then the next pick, Michael Egnew, tight end coming out of Missouri. This is a young man who has all the measurables, 6'5" and change, 252 pounds. He can run. He ran a 4.62, one of the fastest times of any tight end at this year's combine. You see there, he can go up and make the play when the ball's in the air. His production dipped this past year. Went from 90 catches in 2010 to 50 catches this past season. Some blame it on the quarterback, the shift of offensive focus, that's fine. But he's got to become more consistently productive as a receiver. He's got to do a better job, I think, running routes and separating. Now, this is a good system for him. You've got Miami, a new head coach, Joe Philbin, who did a great job utilizing Jermichael Finley when he was healthy in Green Bay. You got a young quarterback coming in Ryan Tannehill. This is a good pick, but it's on Egnew to get bigger, stronger, and to master his craft if he's going to be the player that the Dolphins need him to be for that young quarterback.
So there's Miami's picks, and now Coach Fleming.
We saw Arizona take Jamel Fleming. Arizona needs a corner. We all know how good Patrick Peterson is, but he had a serious injury late last season. I see Fleming as a boundary corner, a big physical corner that's going to flourish in this zone blitz scheme they like to run under Ray Horton. He did 23 reps in Indianapolis on the bench, had a really good 3.97 short shuttle, which is impressive, so he can move. Missed a couple games this year with an orthoscopic knee injury, but had 2 interceptions in 12 games. I think he had 5 last season. Has some ball production, will come off this short corner and ring your bell. Now, this is a good tackling corner that'll play good defense in this 2-trap blitz scheme they run in Arizona. I like him, Todd.
I do too, and he matched up against some really good receivers in the Big 12, and he did a nice job of holding up. And, you know, they spread you out in the Big 12, and they force you to play in space, and I thought he showed improved instincts and improved playmaking ability from 2010 to 2011.
Well, we go from a player in the Big 12 to a player who made a big name, and certainly made a big name for himself in the Big 10 this year, and was nice enough to just allow us to eavesdrop, almost just kind of hang out with him and his family, friends in Washington, D.C., and that would be Russell Wilson, who's just been selected by the Seattle Seahawks here in round number 3. And Russell, A, you're a good sport. B, we saw you on the phone with the Seahawks. Tell us how that conversation went.
Well, it was a remarkable experience. You know, the fact that the Seattle Seahawks and Coach Carroll gave me a call, and the GM, John Snyder, it was an unbelievable moment for me. I've been waiting for this my whole entire life. You know, the Lord is so good. And to have my family here with me, I know my dad's watching, and it's a pleasure.
Russell, did you know all along Seattle might be one of the real serious teams to pick you? Had they really indicated to you that, hey, we're watching you closely, just stay by the phone?
Yeah, I definitely knew they were a serious team. You know, I met with them several times from the Senior Bowl and the Combine, and I've talked to them, you know, over the phone a few times as well, and I knew it would be a great place for me to play. Obviously, you know, I got to get there and learn the playbook as quickly as possible and just dive into it and just try to be a great teammate, a great locker room guy, and just work my butt off.
What is being a member, now you're not signed yet, I understand that, but having a chance to play, now that you've realized it, I know it's only been 15 minutes, you're going to play football in the National Football League and have a chance to really play. What does that mean to you?
Well, it means everything. All the hard work and all the preparation that you put into it. You know, playing from NC State, then transferring to Wisconsin. You know, when I decided to leave baseball, I knew that, you know, football is what I wanted to do. I knew that the Lord had something for me there. I went to an unbelievable place in the University of Wisconsin, and I had a tremendous coach in Brett Bielema. I had a great offensive coordinator in Paul Chryst, and I just devoted my whole entire life to that and just tried to play the best of my ability, and had a great season. And I'm excited to play in the National Football League. There's no better league, obviously. You know, it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be something that I have to work at every single day. But I'm